Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Finn Show. I am your host, Miss Phins. Welcome. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button for me. Much appreciated. Hello, welcome. I'm still working on where I want this mic to be. So it's like not in my way. Still working on it. Just saying. I don't know what I just threw. Oops. My bad. Welcome, welcome, guys. Oh, snap. Sorry, guys. My schedule's been changing, so I've had a lot of super early meetings, and I'm like, oh, come on, man. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. But still got to pay bills. You know what I mean? You guys' support helps me out a ton, but it helps the channel. I got to pay the rest of the stuff. So, but I appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Welcome to the AFC show. Tonight, we've got, as you may or may not know, we got Leeway Wednesday with myself and Mr. Color Commentary. So please go ahead and check us out tonight at 8 p.m. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about it. We had the trade deadline. And some people were winners. Some other people were bystanders. And not gonna lie, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying because I expected us to do like way more and I saw nothing. What's up, Eddie? Welcome, JD the Great in the building, Aquavision in the building. Welcome, welcome, guys. Hit that like button. Yeah, no, man, it's frustrating. Like, as a Dolphin fan, you want to see your team make moves. And I feel like we didn't really make moves like that. But we weren't the only ones. So that's why I want to talk about it. We had to discuss the entire AFC East. The reason why we got to talk about it, like I always say, in order for you to actually make it into the postseason and make some noise outside of the regular season, you have to take care of your division first. If you can't do that, then you stand no chance in being able to actually go into the postseason the best way possible. I mean, the best way to get into the postseason is by taking care of your actual division. So, with that being said, it was kind of funny watching a little bit of the other content creators with their divisions and stuff, and also our division, and some people freaking out in live television. Oh man, that was funny. That was funny, but I rather enjoyed myself, obviously. But now I gotta talk about it. And man, oh man. I can't even lie. That's why you see it in the title. Yet again, ladies and gentlemen, the Jets win the offseason. What does that mean? Well, we're gonna discuss it. What were they able to get? Who did they trade and things like that? We're gonna discuss every team, all of our moves. Were they good? Were they not good? Do you think they're gonna help us? Like, it's something that we have to discuss. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Um, I was trying to think this morning, like, what would be the best way to describe, or at least which team to start with, or who do I feel like was kind of quiet this trade deadline? And I almost feel like it was besides the Dolphins, because I don't know. I think we went to sleep. If I'm gonna be honest with you, we probably went to sleep, didn't even think about it, forgot that it was a trade deadline, and yeah, that's how, as you can clearly see, I'm feeling. But no, we kind of in our own ways, did something kind of not really, because I got a whole list, man, and they were much better than ours. What's up, Manolo? Welcome, welcome, welcome very much. So, okay. Well, I'm definitely not starting with the Jets because they had the most amount of action. Let me go ahead and do the Bills because I don't even think the Bills really did that much, if anything. But we still gotta talk about it, obviously. So let me go ahead and pull up the Bills here for us real quick. Typically, we don't like to start with the Bills with anything, but mm, they're also who we're playing this week. So I might as well get to them first. Because if you're not first, you're last. Essentially. Yes, yet another movie reference. Tell me which one it was. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Man, people are funny. Okay. Bills. Okay, okay. Let's get to this other side. Let me share my screen real quick so y'all can see it. Share my screen. Nope, wrong one. Okay. Okay, let me know if y'all can see that. Y'all should be able to see that. What's up, Aquavision? Welcome, welcome. Manolo says, unfortunately, Ross' history of half measures leaves little to be hopeful for. Yeah. Eh, it wasn't too bad, you know. It wasn't too bad. So let me fix this real quick here. So you can see it. Let me zoom in because I gotta zoom in. Gotta zoomy zoom. Ugh. Okay, I'm not saying. Of course. Bills don't do jack. Yeah, I will say this: they keep playing with Josh Allen being Superman. Okay, Superman does get injured and he does have kryptonite. Just saying. Okay, I can't find this. I'm not. Uh, okay, let's see my screen. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. Ross never cleared house and allowed the GM and the head coach be on the same timeline. Yeah, Ross does need to get rid of McDaniel, but right now we're not even in the right stage to be letting go of McDaniel middle of the season. So give me a second, cause I gotta look this up better. For some reason, I can't seem to find. And I had it, but I had to restart my computer again. So not everything pulled up, which is frustrating. But it's okay, peeps. It's okay. We got this. Bills. trade. It'll come up. Yep. So as I thought, what's up, Finn Sammy? Welcome, welcome. To start out with the Bills was probably the easiest one, ladies and gentlemen. The Bills didn't do anything. This is why I say like they're very quiet, very quiet. This trade deadline, and you would think if they really want to make a push, they'd be trying to get people. Now I'm not saying that they didn't try. I'm just saying they didn't pull the trigger. They didn't. Now, one thing that I will say, see, there you go. Now I can share. This is funny. Now I can share for you guys. The Buffalo Bills with a 6-2 record after beating the Kansas City Chiefs made no trades on Tuesday's deadline. It's the latest news. This is some of the fans watching all these trades happen, none of which involving the Bills. Brandon Bean, zero trades, zero D line, zero wide receiver help. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually thought they were gonna pick up at least one wide receiver. We saw Jacoby Myers get moved. There were a few other players get moved around the league. It wasn't that many trades that happened either. Now I will say that there weren't that many trades that were like whoo around the league. It was a very slow trade. I don't know why. It's not that many trades this time around. Typically during the trade deadline, you gotta see a lot of trades throughout the league, not just the AFC, but throughout the league. I actually didn't really see that many. Excuse me. Yeah. So that's the only thing. The boss lady. Sorry. Back to the Bills. But yeah, there were several other teams that actually did make some moves, but for some reason you didn't see it. You know what I mean? Like you didn't actually see the NFL make as much as before. What's that, Sean Tunsil? Manolo says the only upside I can make out of the non-action is having a veteran overlap on future rookies. Admittedly, lemonade out of lemon theory. Mm, if you mean for the Dolphins, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know. I just feel like uh, a lot of teams could have done a lot, and they didn't. That's that's what that's what I mean by that. Okay, let me make this smaller because for some reason I can't get to my little search box. Oh, that's where it is. So yeah, so seeing the Bills not make any trades, I thought that might not have been the best thing for them. Just saying, NFL. Oh, que say. Okay, NFL. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's that's pretty much it. You saw even Rashid's Shaheed being moved. Bill still didn't. And they need wide receiver help. They need more weapons for that offense. Nothing. So I thought it was actually very interesting of why, or at least what they didn't do, which is funny. Not even the Giants made any moves either. And I have a couple pieces that they probably could have gotten some assistance in, especially with what do you call it? With Scatterboo going down. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at right now when it comes to them. Now I got the list of all of the actual trades that happened, but I'm only gonna focus on the Dolphins ones and our AFC East ones. And so that's pretty much it. That's all we got. So we'll I'll go over it obviously as I can, but that's pretty much it. Bills didn't really do much. But are we surprised? No, not at all. I should probably go to. Let me do this. Let me go to Patriots. I'm probably gonna do the Patriots next because, uh, yeah, from my understanding, even the Patriots were a little quiet too. Even the Patriots were a little quiet as well. Sorry, I gotta show you guys. So let me move on to. Let me move on to. Oh, it's not. This is funny. Let me move on to the Patriots. I just want to show you some of these fans are hilarious. Patriots with 30 minutes left until the trade deadline. Brable becomes uh, becomes Bill Belichick. You killed a man, but not the idea. Come on, do something. Okay, so here it is. I told you they were very, very quiet. It's funny, but man, so well, this is never gonna happen. But there were so many fans that wanted something to do, and none. I wanted to trade for a pass rusher. That's a lot of things that I saw. A lot of fans wanted pass rushers for the actual Patriots, but I didn't see any actual moves. Potential devs and all that cast face and say, nah, I'm good. Oh man, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun with this, man. You really do. These fans are hilarious, yo. He's running the Patriots trend line. Get the hell out of here. You gotta laugh at this. No better time not to trade for AJ Brown. I'm not gonna lie. I think there are a few players that were for the Patriots that at least were, being looked at, I want to say, or at least considered. Receiver, I know a lot of Patriots fans wanted receivers and pass rushers, but mostly receivers. And man, I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. And shout out to whoever actually is able to do this jersey trade thingy. I don't know how they do that stuff, man. I really don't. Do something. I told the page. I told them the Patriots weren't gonna trade for nobody. Yeah, which I mean, it's actually kind of funny. Um, But again, Patriots are gonna Patriots. Now, as far as for any other transactions that they did sign Brendan Rice to the practice squad, release wide receiver Jonathan Ward from the practice squad. That's the only official transaction that the Patriots did yesterday, but no actual trades in the trade deadline. There you go. So this is why I say Bills, Dolphins, Jets did nothing. I mean, Patriots, Dolphins did nothing. We did nothing. Like nothing. So yeah, it's rather frustrating. They could have been Patriots could have well, not for me. I don't give a but it's still interesting to see what the things that didn't happen, especially when a lot of players were available. Why didn't these teams make moves? And now it's time to go to the Dolphins, man. Let's discuss the Dolphins because we didn't do jack either. So I'm not even gonna pretend like we did. Shout out to the Kevin Hartland effect. Trade deadline wasn't ideal. Obviously, happy Waddle didn't get moved, although if we somehow got a first and more for him, I probably wouldn't be complaining. Keeping players like Chubb and Minka is a bit confusing given their age and contracts. Moving on, it's Bills hate week again. Hoping for a win, but taking an L, surely. The tank rolls forward as scheduled. Oh my gosh. That was too funny. Dolphin fans, please make a splash at the trade deadline. We need draft capital to rebuild our team. The Dolphins. Roster move. I'm sorry. This is hilarious. So, okay. Officially, the roster move that we did do for the trade deadline, we signed cornerback Clarence Lewis to the practice squad. That was it. That was it. It almost makes me feel like what did we do? Nothing. Nothing is the answer, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. All 50 of y'all. Thank you so much for coming through. Guys, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, let everybody else know we are live. If you're catching the replay, appreciate you. Also, too, everybody on Twitter and Twitch. Hi. Come over to YouTube. Come say hello. And guys, we're getting close to our goal to 2,000 subs, and the only way we can do that is with you guys. So please go ahead and come over. Appreciate you. But yeah, that was it. That was it. We just signed a corner to the practice squad. It wasn't even a real squad. Dolphin fans asking Champ Kelly to take a trade. I'm not going to. Stop asking. Oh Lord. The trade deadline has passed, and the Dolphins still employ Bradley Chubb and Minka. Inexcusable malpractice is franchise frustrates me so much. Well, guess what, Nico? I agree 1,000%. I think to me it was ridiculous. The contract that we got for Chubb, we should have moved from him. But I'm not saying that we didn't try. But maybe teams weren't willing to pay what we wanted. Now there was one actual trade at the trade deadline. Or at least by the trade deadline. And that is Jalen Phillips. That is the only trade we made, and we did it on Monday, not Tuesday. Shout out to the Finch Tank with OJ, McDuffie, and Seth. Completely understand the Phillips trade from a roster management standpoint. That said, I want to shout out a guy who did everything the right way, worked his butt off on the field, in the building, proudly read the Dolphins in the community, and every time a microphone was in his face. Jalen also battled back from 2 devastating injuries and made every effort to do so as quickly as possible, perhaps to his own detriment. When we see some guys who milk far less ailments for what seems like forever, I know we didn't get the version of Jalen that we or imagined he wanted the last couple of years, but we always got the kind of player who you could feel good about rooting for and having your kids cheer for. 1000%. I love Jalen Phillips. Um, great. Hello, what's up, Cherry Benz? Very, happy and grateful that he was here. Obviously, we loved him a lot. Look at this. Now that the Dolphins didn't do anything to the trade deadline, you're gonna send him to off-season draft next season, 10 years. Apparently after next season. With the Jalen Phillips trade now confirmed, the Dolphins have 8 total draft picks for 2026. More could be here. Please. Please. We got the 5th overall so far, 36, 70, 76, 105, 144, 220. We have no picks and no money. This is possibly the worst position you could be in football. No picks, no money. Oh, God, help me. Seriously, this is horrible. So, yeah, all we did, which is still more than what Patriots and Bills did, was just move off of Jalen Phillips. And we didn't even move off of him for a lot. All we got was a third, a fourth. It's not bad. It's not bad. Could have been better though. I'm seeing some other trades, and I'm like, dang, these guys really got good stuff for. So we got so the Miami Dolphins, and let me go ahead and share these trades with you. Make it a little bit bigger. So the Miami Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen, traded Jalen Phillips, linebacker, to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 3rd round pick, selection choice. 3rd round. Yippee. Yippee. That's all we did, people. That's all we did. Nothing much. Yeah. Now, these are all the trades that happened. Obviously, we're gonna discuss this league wide Wednesday tonight with myself and color commentary. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of frustrating because we did that's it. We didn't do anything. Don't you just like having your back against a wall? No picks and no money currently. Seriously, cherubims. It makes zero sense to me why we would make no moves. One third round pick. One third round pick. Yeah, we're paying an old guy top dollar in Chubb, where teams wanted pass rushers. We could they probably just weren't willing to pay. Which, if I'm gonna be honest with you, if I'm one of these top teams and you know that you gotta strike while the iron's hot and this is your chance, pay whatever you gotta pay and just keep it moving. It is an expiring contract as well. I think it only had like 2 more years left in his contract. Chubb should have been moved, period. And of course, we didn't move him. But let me go ahead and get to the one that really caught people's attention. Because that would be the New Jersey Jets, ladies and gentlemen. So the New Jersey Jets made a couple of trades. And man, oh man, it was kind of crazy. This is it. Ooh. The New Jersey Jets, ladies and gentlemen, were very active. Very active. Let me pull up. Somebody else. Who the Jets at? There it is. So yesterday, they went ahead and acquired DB Jasir Taylor from the LA Chargers in exchange for a 2028 conditional 7th-round pick. That was one of the moves that they made. One of them. Not all of them, but it was one of them. So yeah, these were the two biggest ones that they did. And they got a nice little haul for them too. They got a nice little haul for them as well. And again, you would think, hey, maybe, you know, the Jets weren't going to make that many moves, but no, they did. Sauce Gardner, I think, shocked everybody when they moved him. I'm talking complete chaos. I saw some of the and shout out to Roundtable Sports and Bleacher Report. I was watching the guys supporting them, obviously, you know what I mean? And I saw that they announced breaking news. Sauce Gardner has been traded to the Colts. And Richie, oh man, Richie, I feels you, sir. His soul left his body. Oh, it did. Jets trade Sauce Gardner and Quentin Williams at deadline. Keep Brees Hall despite his Brees Hall still hasn't gotten a contract and probably hasn't even been spoken to about an extension or anything like that. They still have the opportunity to go ahead and franchise tag him, but we'll see what the Jets end up doing. The New York Jets executed major trades in the NFL deadline, sending corner to the Colts, and they also sent their defensive tackle Quentin Williams, arguably their best defensive player, to the Cowboys. I'm gonna break these trades down in a second here. But man, that was some interesting things. I'll tell you that. Not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting. But they did it. They absolutely did it. That was crazy. That was crazy. And then they got, but this is the thing. Not only did they trade, they got a pretty good haul. So let me pull up the 1.5 year already. Come on, man. The Jets are literally a farm system for other. Okay, you see how they're saying the Jets are a farm system for the other teams? It's exactly how I feel about the Dolphins. We'll draft somebody, develop them, they'll be a beast, and then we never sign them. Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere. This is not a team to be a fan of. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Darren Mugi or whatever his last name. This is it. So they got a 2026 first round pick from Indianapolis. They got a 2026 second round pick from Dallas. A 2027 first round pick from the Colts. A 2027 first round pick from Dallas or Green Bay. So whichever one of those two ends up being the worst pick, meaning the higher number pick, that's the one that the Jets are gonna get. They also were able to pick up and get back wide receiver A.D. Mitchell and defensive lineman Mozzie Smith for these two guys. They made some moves, man. They made some moves. They made some moves. Good morning, Super V. Welcome, buddy. The Dolphins are a complete embarrassment to the fans. As long as Dumbo is running things, they will continue to be a disaster and a clown show. Yeah. Now, I agree with you. Sauce Garner, to me, all he does is hold people all the time. It's really ridiculous. But I'm not going to lie. If you're going to trade your top players, I mean, think about it. You're getting 2 first round picks from Indy and Mitchell. And then your number one defensive player, you're getting a first. Granted, it's not this year, coming out the year after, but you're still getting a first and a second. And let's be honest, the 2027 draft is projected to be way better than 2026. So you're securing all those picks. That's smart. Oh, there it is. I found it. I'm like, I knew I had it. I'm like, I did this already. So these are the notable draft picks for the next 2 years for the Jets. This is what they were able to do right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little jelly. I'm a little jelly because they actually got something done. They were able to get value for pretty good value for the pieces that they had. And we're still trying to figure out what are we going to do with our lives. And that's the frustrating part about being a Dolphin fan. Like you're seeing these moves and it's like, "Oh god. When are we ever going to actually have some, moves like this?" Who said that? I saw somebody put it here. Now they just make Now they just have to make good, solid picks with those opportunities. For the Jets, yeah, unlikely. And no, actually, not true. They're probably going to end up making some good picks for another team in about 3-4 years. Manolo says, "What's up, Manolo? What's up, Enrique?" Manolo says, "We are actually in worse position than before the rebuild." Shaking my head. Yeah, I think I said that last week. I'm like, we, for my entire life of me being a fan, This is the worst we've been as a franchise. Because we've always been a 500 team. Always been a 500 team. Always. 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, 9-8, 8-9, 8-8. Always been a 500 team. The most mid team you could possibly think of, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Miami Dolphins. But one thing that we've never been is 2 and whatever. We've never been this bad. That's the part that makes this worse. Because not only do we not have, picks and whatever, we don't have picks moving forward so we can fill in some of these blanks we got, right? We also don't have the cap space either. And we don't have the talent on the field. Like, we're triple screwed. And yet, you see the Jets, they got a 2022 first round picks. Next year, 2026, 2 second round picks next year. That's 4 picks in the top 100. And in 2027, they got 3 first round picks. You know their first round pick is going to be high because they're going to suck in the next 2 weeks. I mean, they're going to suck in next year too. 3 times screwed. Yeah, exactly. And yet, the draft that everybody's projecting to have the better quarterbacks in, they have 3 number 1 picks. And they might not be as high. Dallas might be middle of the road. Indy and Dallas might end up being middle of the road picks. Their pick is probably going to be top 5, top 10. Top 5. But even then, you can package these. They also have second round picks too in 2027. Third round picks and all that stuff. So we are right now in the AFC East. The Dolphins are in the worst position possible. The absolute worst position possible. Bills got their quarterback. They got the coaching. They're winning. In the last 5-6 years, excuse me, the Bills have they've been able to establish their team, coaching, and have really good postseason success. In the same time, we allowed the Patriots to get their head coach, 2 good quarterbacks, one of them that got screwed by the franchise, let's be honest. The other one now is getting the support, Drake May. And right now, the Patriots, let's not pretend, ladies and gentlemen. Patriots got the quarterback in the future. They've got the head coach of the future. They've got the coaching staff for the future. And a lot of it is what they had before. If you really think about it, and I've been calling it since last year, this is Patriots 2.0. This is the Patriot way 2.0. It's a little nicer, more player friendly. But it's the Patriots 2.0. The Patriots way 2.0. That's what I call it. They already rebuilt, already went through the struggle. They're still struggling. They're still getting their foot underneath them. They're still adding pieces to protect that young quarterback in Drake May. The Jets, they already fired their head coach and GM, already hired new head coach and GM. Yeah, they're stumbling, obviously. Their rookie head coach. GM not as experienced. They're not gonna hit it. They're not gonna hit a home run out the park. Jets are the Jets. They're going to struggle. You can't be that bad for that long and expect it to flip a switch in 2 days. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. Or even one season or 2 seasons. You gotta give them time to actually do it. The Jets, if they're smart, they're gonna give enough time, at least 5, 6, 7 years, for this front office and head coach to really put into a team together. And yet the Dolphins, all we did, mind you, very happy about this. Finally fired Chris Greer. I cried and I lost my voice. I was so happy. That's probably the best the best trade deadline we did. We traded Christopher Greer to the unemployment line. What did we get back? Peace. We traded Chris Greer to the unemployment line for peace. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it, man. Oh God. That's the trade move that we did. That's it. That's what the Dolphins did. All we did was trade Christopher Greer for peace. Thank you, God. Thank you. That's it. Oh, and Jalen Phillips for a third. That's it. That's it. That's all we did. Picked up some random corner. We don't even know. You know, that's it. That's it. But the Jets, look at what they do. Oh my God. I mean, if you're gonna trade your number one and two piece in defense, let's be honest, you're rebuilding. These guys are in their prime. Don't marry them to a team that's gonna be bad when you're trying to rebuild it. This is the best thing. It's a win-win situation for the franchise and for those players. Which is why I'm almost like, why didn't they trade Brees Hall either? Brees Hall is in a contract year. He can walk. They're probably gonna franchise tag him. It made no sense for them to keep Brees Hall, but I'm thinking they're thinking like Ross. They're like, I gotta keep somebody the fans are gonna want to watch at least. And Brees Hall's the cheapest. He doesn't have as many he doesn't have as many as much value as anybody else. But I'm pretty sure the Giants would have taken him. They need a running back. There are some teams that needed running backs. So yeah, so right now, hey, we see it again. We see it again. The Jets have won the offseason. Mind you, we're in week 10. We're literally in the middle of the season. It's an oxymoron, bro. Because the Jets are already in the offseason. They've been in the offseason since week 3. You know, it's like, holy smokes. But it's true. But it's true. It's true. Can we make some moves? Dolphins. We're gonna have to wait and see. But I'll tell you this. The Jets are positioning themselves to be aggressive in the next 2 drafts. Now that doesn't mean that they won't package some of these 2027 picks that they got into the 2026 and try to get some pieces then. I wouldn't. I would protect these 2027 first round picks at all costs. Nobody's getting these puppies. No, nobody, babe. Nobody. You can get my first pick. Nobody. I won't give you my first pick. Nobody. Oh, jeez. Oh, man, I'm having too much fun. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But there's your AFC. This is it. This is it. Ooh, it was the Jets. The Jets did the most. We didn't do anything else. Bills didn't do. Patriots didn't do. Dolphins had one little trade. But let me tell you something. For the Dolphins to make the trade that they did with Phillips, it was probably the best thing for him. We're rebuilding. He's young. Gives him an opportunity to do it. And watch, the Eagles might even win the Super Bowl with him. He's young in his prime, injury prone, but maybe because he's not being asked to do, he won't be asked to do everything over there with the Eagles. Jalen Phillips might actually be able to thrive in that defense with Vic Fangio. He already knows, has been coached by Vic Fangio when he was here as our DC one of these years under McDaniel. So this is probably the best thing for him. He's probably like, thank God I'm out of this sucker. But, he was loved. And ladies and gentlemen, don't worry about it. Mostly the ladies. Ladies, do I have a short video for you? This is for the ladies. And it's literally titled, For the Ladies. Go check out my shorts, guys. Ladies, go check out one of my early shorts. I don't have that many shorts, so you don't got to scroll that much. But it's literally titled For the Ladies. And let me tell you, it's worth it's aspirational. That's all I got to say. Anyways, let me move on. That's pretty much it. Oh, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your AFC's show, AFC's updates. What does this really mean for the division? It almost feels like same old, Miss Phins. Yeah. Not even gonna lie. But to be honest with you, I saw what's up, Cat in the Hat? I saw one of you guys say earlier today. It's like we can't. It's a ring around the rosy when it comes to the Dolphins, man. Well, get rid of the GM, not get rid of the head coach. Get rid of the head coach, not get rid of the GM. It's like, Lord, these battles you give me. Thank you for giving me the strength to go through these. How many more do I have to go through these as a Dolphin fan? I can't. I can't. Ah. Just can't. But you gave me and showed me some light when Christopher Greer was gone. I knew you heard my prayers. Thank you, Big Papa. Thank you. That was possibly the best trade every Dolphin fan wanted to hear. Every Dolphin fan just couldn't take it no more with Greer. 26 years of oppression. 26 years of sweet nothing by this man. Oh, God. Listen to me. Not everybody bats 1,000. We know this. Did Greer get some good picks? Yes. Yes, he did. Did you guys understand that he's been part and responsible for personnel all 26 years he was with the Dolphins? All 26 years he's been responsible for personnel through scouting, so on and so forth. But you know what? It's okay. Oh, Lord, thank you. Thank you. That was the best draft pick, the best trade deadline we did. We need he knew it's like, I mean, we were let's be honest. Be honest. This whole lawsuit situation, you could hear all of us. We knew. He knows where the dead bodies are buried. And Russ was like, listen, I don't know what the situation went down with Greer getting mutually, which I call bull, but they mutually parted ways, right? Ross was probably like, dude, I need a sacrificial lamb. And McDaniel, he's young. I can chuck it up to him being new. 30 years, my guy. I gave you 30 years. I can't. But you're gonna sign these 7 NDAs before you leave. You getting paid, don't worry. You're getting your full bonus, all your money. You're getting paid. But these 7 NDAs, my guy, for one for every day of each week, I'm gonna need you to sign. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know NDAs were signed. That's all I gotta say. I know there must have been NDAs signed. There's no way, legally speaking, Ross let's go that man without a few NDAs being signed. I'm just saying. But that was possibly the best thing possible. But I still don't understand. Guys, we got 45 pass rushers. We just let go of one. What the? One? One pass rusher? You don't believe me? Well, let me share my screen. Yeah, I'm talking Dolphins stuff. Leave me alone. It's my team, and I can do what I want. It's my team, and I can do what I want. Yeah, do what I want. Yeah, do what I want. Yeah. We got 4 to 5 pass rushers in the Dolphins. And yes, this is a depth chart according to ESPN. What the bleep? Choppity Chop Robinson, Bradley Chubb, Jordan Phillips, who we drafted instead of Shador Sanders in the 5th round. I hate this team sometimes. And I didn't even want Shador. I still don't want Shador. I dealt with the insanity that was, and yes, that was the Tua Nation and whatever we just dealt with in the last 6 years. I didn't want to go through that with the Sanders. I'm gonna be honest. But talent-wise, I mean, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'll take it. Hey, shout out. Aww. Shout out to Yolanda. Good morning. Just dropping by to show support and to say hello. Hello. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please do me a favor. Go reach out to Raven Stuck with Yolanda. Holy smokes. She's phenomenal content creator. Phenomenal. And the relationship we got and the chemistry with Hendo. Yes, that was a side eye for you, Hendo. It's amazing. Amazing. I got the opportunity to be there this past Saturday. Go check out that show. It was so much fun. All we did was laugh. So go check it out, guys. Go support Yolanda over there at Ravens Talk with Yolanda. Please, please, please go subscribe. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal content. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it. Let's get back to it, people. But seriously, I didn't even want Shador. I still don't want Shador. But I would have taken him as a backup at least. Instead of signing, who do we got as a quarterback? Oh, Wilson, right. Anywho, Matthew Judon, Chop Robinson, Jordan Phillips, Zeke Biggers, Kenneth Grant, Bradley. We have so many in that D line. And we did nothing with it. Nothing. Ah, thank you, Yolanda. Thank you. Appreciate you. Everyone needs to go. Why not trade them? Ross and his lackeys need to go. Yeah, and I don't know if I would have waited till the end of the season either, because by the end of the season, it's over. Those teams that were interested in going. Like, honestly, I would have everybody buy Waddle, buy who else? Who else we got that's got like juice that we could have. At this point, I would have, if somebody would have been like, listen, we'll give you 3/7 for Tua. I would have been like, where do we sign? Oh, you keeping a contract too? Okay, yeah. Give me the 7th, the 3/7 for Tua. Sure. Have we cut to it yet? But no, not yet. What's up, John? No one wants them Dolphins players. Not true. Don't worry. We're gonna get slaughtered when it comes to free agency, because what most people don't realize, ladies and gentlemen, is just like what that fan said about the Jets. This is just a springboard. This is just a springboard for other teams, and it's true. It's the same thing with the Dolphins. We're one of the great when it comes to talent evaluation. I know we say a lot of crap, but guys, players come here, develop, and we don't pay them, and then they go to other teams and have massive careers, and you're like, where was this when they were here? We didn't use them right. We did not use them right. Exactly. I know Ravens wanted Phillips. There were some talks, but they should have pulled the trigger. We got pieces, man. The super untouchable, I would say, have to be your tackle. That has to be Patrick Paul. Everybody else can go on this team except Patrick's Patrick Paul. At this point, we're rebuilding, but it's hard to get tackles. So he's probably the only one I'm keeping. Everybody else, bye, bye, bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the immortal words of my previous GM, you have earned the right to be a trade option. Well, he used to say free agent, but we're talking about the trade deadline, so there you go. Malik, bye. Waddle, bye. HN, H is probably the only second person that I would want to not. I want some young pieces. We have young pieces. What fans don't realize too, guys, out of the 53-man roster, there's only about 15 to 20 guys that we actually have signed for next year. Everybody else is a free agent. Everybody else. Because all these contracts we had were 1-year contracts. Literally, if you go take a look at it, we only have about 15 to 20 players actually signed through next year. Everybody else is a free agent. Honestly, at this point, and I think I've seen the numbers, I've heard other people talk about it. Cutting Tua will cost us about 99 mil next year in total if we were to cut him, just straight up cut him. Now, after post June 1st, I think it's a lot less. So I'm getting some noties. Oh. Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff. Baruch Hashem. Okay. Let me get back to it. Let me get back to it. Oh, I'm live. Sorry, guys. Uh, so yeah, we got a lot of guys that are not even signed with us, unless they're in a rookie contract. Yeah, but everybody can go. My God, I would have taken Chop. This is why I'm so mad with that pick. I like the young man. I would have never drafted him 21st overall. God, there were so many other players we could have got. We're the almost team. Uh, this is so frustrating. This it is. I appreciate you, Banana. Keep it clean, guys. Remember, keep it clean. Kids watch this show. Thank you very much. And to be honest with you, we can't cut Tua. It's just gonna be we are strangleholding. But actually, think about this. It'll be horrible. Almost $100 million out of your entire cap gone, flushed down the toilet. Because what most people don't realize, his contract is fully guaranteed next year. Fully guaranteed next year. The whole contract, everything. We cut him, it's even more. If we can find somebody to trade, the thing is, Tua has value. He does. Whether we like it or not, Tua does have value. There are teams out there that are willing to take Tua. But that contract is nuts. We're so dumb to give it to him. But if we were to, let's say, cut him or find a trade partner, right? And we eat the dead cap, it'll be just for 1 year. But that following year, that 2027 year, ooh, that would be so amazing. That would be so amazing. Nobody's trending nothing, okay? Let's keep it clean. Let's focus on the team. Let's keep it clean and focus on the team, gentlemen. But to Eric's point, Enrique's point, who cares about the dead cat? We rebuilding anyways. Trade the overrated Hawaiian piece of a bun and take the loss. It's that simple. Sorry. He caught me off guard with that Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple. Oh snap! Yo, that was funny. That was funny. I give you that one. But it's true. Just rip out the band-aid. You're still gonna owe a little bit in 2027, but it's nothing compared. And the thing is, the cap is gonna go up next year. It's also gonna go up the year after that. It's gonna feel a little bit less than the full 100K, 100 mil. Yeah, Mr. Polk. Shout out to you, Mr. Polk, in the building. Let's go. He said, keep Patrick Paul and Ollie Gordon. I like Ollie Gordon. I would keep the super young guys that we got under rookie contracts, like a Jalen Wright, Ollie Gordon, Tosh Washington. Those guys I'd want to keep because I can develop them for the future. But guys that have value, like Achan, Waddle, Tua, I'm getting rid of all those guys. But the thing is, the problem by waiting till the end of the season is that everybody else is available. So when you flood the market, what happens? Everything gets devalued. But when you're in the middle of the season and you're a team like the Colts, that you're here, you're like, man, I don't know when we're gonna be in this position to be playing like this. We gotta strike with the iron. Let me tell you something. The Colts are legitimate, not only playoff contenders, I'm talking AFC, even Super Bowl contenders. But they know this is a very tiny window. You gotta go all in. I saw a picture with their owner, Carly Ursay Gordon. I think is her name. She's like, F them picks. But it's true. If you know Daniel Jones is hot right now, Jonathan Taylor literally playing like an MVP. And it looks like he might end up getting over 2,000 yards this season. I'm not even playing. You gotta everything's clicking. Barring massive injury, everything clicking. You gotta go. You gotta plug these holes that you already got so you can. A lot of people want to say no offenses wins championships. Now it's no longer defenses, and I understand what they mean by that. They're talking about this is a new football era with pass heavy era. I get it. You still need defense. And if you don't believe me, ask the Cincinnati Bengals that literally last year or the year before, they were the number one offense, scoring 35 plus points a game. Defense giving up 36. And you're like, what? They're out here scoring 45 points. Defense gives up 48. How the hell are you supposed to win like this? Manolo says Misfits 100%. They're pushing all their chips in. Why not? I would too. They actually are in a position. They put themselves in a position where they were a quarterback away. Kind of like how Tampa Bay did. Kind of like how the Rams did with Matthew Stafford. We didn't realize that that's what they were doing, but they were quietly being, I don't want to say mediocre, but they were quietly building for the last few years. There's so many ways to rebuild a team. We just suck at it. We suck. We can't tank right. We can't tank right. We can't cheat right. We can't do nothing. We can't even win right. Like what? I hate this team so much sometimes. Oh Lord. Daniel said, Miss Phins, my point is we are screwed for the next 5 years. Fans obsessed with Tua are missing point. Oh yeah. I agree with you 100%. We're screwed regardless. I mean, the thing we probably are gonna end up having to do is just stick with Tua next year. Have him be your veteran quarter. He is a veteran quarter. I'm not. It's no quotation. He is your veteran quarter, the most expensive backup quarterback of all time. Um, and that's it. Just know you're taking an L this year. You're taking another L next year. Hopefully, we can get high draft picks, move those around, get more picks, and start filling some holes and trying to win. You have to give your GM. If we want to attract a good GM, we have to. We have to give an opportunity for whoever our new GM is to have something to work with. Miss Vince, can you pull up my first chat? Let me see if I can find it. Keith Patrick, Paul, and Ollie Gordon, that one? Oh, this one. The only move we made yesterday was to pick up a free agent cornerback, Clarence Lewis. Are you kidding me? Our franchise is so dysfunctional that we needed psychiatric help badly. Honestly, I don't believe in this whole mental health situation stuff. I mean, I get it, it's true. But I'm not a believer like some other people are. Oh my god, my mental health. To each their own. It just sounds like a regular day. We all got problems and bills to pay. But being a Dolphin fan, being a fan, it's already hard for any team, even if your team is winning. But man, being a fan of some organizations than others is tough. I don't know how Brown fans do it because they don't even got Super Bowls. We got Super Bowls. At least I can lean on something. I got pictures with my Super Bowl. But I don't know. I don't know how teams could be Jets fans. I'm not even. All they had was the Joe Namath era. Okay, maybe Mark Sanchez, but that's recent years. That's it. Nothing else. So, mm, Yeah. Anywho, but I mean, I know it's supposed to be the AFC show. Well, I'm giving you Dolphins update, people. Uh, with the Dolphins and with what we have here, we should have been massive sellers to try to get as much as possible, so we can attract a GM that's gonna want to come here. We have McDaniel, but I get it. Look, make Tua look good, man. Make Tua look good. I hope Tua goes out there and ball. Even if we lose, let's say our defense, is not able to help us out as much. I don't believe that 100%. I don't believe that at all. I think their defense is the only reason why we're in most of these games, anyways. But if we can keep Tua 250, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, keep them, getting through everybody, then maybe we can entice one of these other Saints, Cardinals. Sometimes, QBs need players just need a new environment for them to succeed. Oh, well, we're gonna need you to take. We'll take whatever you want. We'll take half his contract. I'm not paying this insanity of people. I'm not giving up a draft pick to get rid of his contract when I know I'm not even ready for us to be any good, because we have so many holes. I need picks. I'm not giving away picks to get rid of his contract. I'd rather just keep him as a backup and keep drafting, seeing what I got with you, or seeing we know what we got with Wilson. But yeah, if we can somehow manage to get a team this offseason to be like, hey, you're gonna have to keep some of his contract. Okay, but I'm not giving him up for free. Enrique says, nah, Miss Phins. Not when our QB is damaged goods from Amazon returns selling at hot bins for $2 on Wednesday. Before I wouldn't have known what that means, but now I do because I've actually gone to one. Well, that's funny. I wish my Salvation Army was still there, not hot bins, but hey, it's okay. It is what it is. But that's funny. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, for me personally, you gotta give up. You gotta get HN Waddle. Do we overvalue? Somebody asked yesterday, do we overvalue our players? I feel like every fan base gonna be like, no, this guy's worth 5 first. But if you take a look at the production of somebody, let's say Waddle, I don't think we're overvaluing if we say we want a first round pick for Waddle when you're getting a mini Tyreek. By I mean like a junior Tyreek who was trained with Tyreek for 4 years. Younger, maybe not as explosive, but close. We can raise his capital by this offseason. I think comes and says, hey, we won't give you a first, but I'm gonna give you 2 seconds or a second and a third. I'll take it. And an expiring contract that he has, we signed him to an insanely great deal. Teams are gonna be like, he's only gonna cost me how much? All right. Young, speedster. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. And when he starts body catching, he's got hands. So nobody's saying he's Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. He's not even the same height. What's up, Anthony? But we're not gonna pretend like this man hasn't been a top 20 receiver every single year he's been in the league. We're also not gonna not say that. And to me, if you're a top 20 receiver out of how many receivers are out there? Top 15? He's been top 10 literally for like 2 years straight. So that's not overvaluing Waddle. That's valuing at where he has been. He just hasn't had success because the team hasn't had success. That's the difference. And he has been top 10 before. So with things around him, he has been top 10 multiple years. So, yeah. Again, I think he's worth at least a first. But if it seems like nah, no first, but I'll give you, a second and a fourth, a second and a third, 2 seconds. I'll take it. I'll take it. And let's not pretend like wide receiver one. He's a wide receiver one in any other team that he goes. Not named the Bengals. Not named. If he goes to the Chiefs, he's the number one receiver. If he goes to the Bills, he's their number one receiver. And these are, if he goes to the Ravens, he's their number one receiver. I understand Zay Flowers, Waddle will be their number one receiver. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, he he is a number one receiver. We just using him as number two because we have Tyreek Hill. So of course we're not gonna have to see him because we see him as a number two receiver. He's a number one receiver playing in a number two role because we have an even bigger number one receiver. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And with an actual QB and his speed, Jesus Christ. He's gonna take off the top of every defense, even if you jam him up at the line. He can still hit you with that double move and going up the seam and those go routes, post moves. He can absolute. He can abs. He is absolutely a number one wide receiver. With the crappy quarterback play we've had, not crappy, but super mediocre quarterback play we've had in the last 6 years, the man had back to back. He's had over 1,000, with the exception of last year and well this year. He's had over 1,000 yards every single year he's been in the league. Yeah, Mr. Bogan, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Well, hey, we don't have to agree. We can agree to not disagree or disagree to agree. However, that thingy goes. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyways, oof. I gotta skedaddle, man. Um, I appreciate y'all. I didn't realize how into this topic I was. Wow, it just caught me off guard. It caught me off guard. It caught me off guard. But I'm very we're gonna talk about all this in the off season, guys. But that's where I'm coming from when I talk about Waddle or even some of these other pieces, but mostly Mostly Waddle, guys. We got to get some of these guys that have value out of here because we're rebuilding. We're not going to waste our prime years in rebuilding. We've done that to too many players. We're not in a quarterback away situation. We got to build young. And then right when you're about to strike gold with your QB, that's when you want to bring in those veteran, you know, inexpensive veterans that can help guide along those younger guys. And then you get your quarterback. You got a team built around them. Just one way of building a team. Doesn't mean it's the only way. It's just one way. That's all. But anyways, guys, this is Miss Phins. I am Miss Phins. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. Also, do me a favor if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button and subscribe. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs before the season's over. Yes, that is Super Bowl Sunday. So please help me out here, guys. I would really appreciate it. Also, too, if you like the content, put in the chat, put in the comment section after the show. I reach out to you guys. I respond. I gotta get to the responding some more. But yes, guys, we're gonna do it tonight. We've got League Wide Wednesdays. Come check it out. Myself and my co-host, Mr. Color Commentary, where we will be discussing every single trade that happened. Give you our picks for this week, our pick'ems. We also talk about our impact players as well as we discussed last week and what happened. So please go ahead and check that out. For us. And again, this is Miss Phins. I am Miss Phins. Appreciate y'all Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. ish right now. So thank you so much. Take care. And if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe. See you guys tonight. Bye-bye.